Awesome. Well, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time zone you're on, and welcome. We're so happy that you're all here with us today. As many of you know, my name's Isis, and I am the event production manager for the Nasdaq Entrepreneurial Center. And I really had the honor of working with this smaller group of talented interns, Jonathan and Ankin, and of course, continuing to work with Andrew. And I'm just so excited to be here and celebrate really the growth of these wonderful, remarkable students with us on the call today. Of course, as we celebrate the completion of 2021 in general of the Internmatch program, I do want to do a quick recap of how the program kind of evolved. So as many of you know, the Nasdaq Center, we believe entrepreneurs are the trailblazers and change makers with the ability to solve some of the world's toughest problems. And of course, they play a critical role in strengthening our economy and creating a valuable service for our society. And so, of course, many of you know on the call, and on your, I'm sure you can attest to this, the journey of an entrepreneur is full of challenges. And we hear consistently from our large community at the center that it's critical yet difficult to find the right employees. And of course, for fast-moving startup companies like yourselves, this problem is exponential and talent needs are dynamic. Organizations, of course, morph overnight, as we know. And the pace of change requires a much more agile approach to talent recruitment and retention. So we really feel that, and our reasoning behind starting this program is because we believe students participating in these types of programs and learning a wide array of entrepreneurial skills and mindsets are really provide a unique talent for early stage startup companies. And this program really seeks to work with a smaller sample student base and build a system that translate knowledge and valuable EQ skills into internship opportunities like you're seeing today, of course, with a select and unique set of startup companies. So with that said, to kind of round us out, this is our 5th cohort. I can't believe I'm saying it's our 5th one that we've done. Over the course of 2 years. This round, we actually placed 2 talented community college students, Ankin and Jonathan, with 2 early stage startup companies. And through the 10 weeks with each other, they worked on project-based internships. They developed their entrepreneurial mindsets and skill sets by interning with Electic and Traveling Diary. So we really hope that the startup companies learn more how to integrate students into their organization and, of course, leverage this special source of talent as they continue to grow. I do want to congratulate you, Jonathan and Ankit, for completing the program during these unique times, of course. You know, we're still working remotely. Some of you had an opportunity to go work in person, which is unique to this, this cohort. And I think especially with the holidays coming up and with understanding that both of you have your own challenging schedules already, you both stayed committed to the program and really followed through. And I can only say great things about the both of you, and I appreciate your commitment to following through with this program. So congratulations to the both of you. I know you're richer for having this experience, and I really hope the learning and insights and discovery that you've shared with me, that you've shared in your journals, that you've shared with your founders and mentors throughout these past couple of months will help continue to help you advance, of course, professionally and personally in your career growth. So, and we also definitely want to do a quick shout out to the 2 impressive startup companies, as always, Anurag and Kyra, for the Traveling Diary and Electic. We thank you for supporting these students on these journeys. We know it takes time and commitment to mentor students, and we appreciate you taking them in and really mentoring them as they continue to grow in their careers. Of course, this program would not be possible without the support of Charles Eason, Statewide Director of Business and Entrepreneurship for California Community Colleges. And of course, Professor Andrew here from San Joaquin Delta College has been really integral in this growth and learning path for these students. So to kind of close us out here, our mission at the center, as you all know, is to democratize entrepreneurship for underserved talent. And we really believe students are a powerful resource in accomplishing this goal. We are focused, especially in the year of 2022, focus on understanding barriers to entrepreneurship and developing promising solutions as it relates to the entrepreneurial mindset, network, and connection. This program is going to look significantly different than it does next year than it does this year. So we're excited to round out this year with you two students. And of course, we understand this is a journey no one's alone on, and we're so deeply grateful for our partners who really make the work of our nonprofit possible. So thank you all again for being here and celebrating these students with us. And with that said, I will go ahead and hand it over to Ankit to kick us off with his presentation. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Isis. I'd like to personally thank everyone for taking time out of their day to attend this event. It's been a great experience and a lot to learn. I'd also like to thank Nasdaq Entrepreneurial Center for hosting and having the Internmatch Program. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi, I'm Ankit. I'm a Delta college student. My major is business administration. Some of my career goals, educational goals, are to transfer to a four-year university, get my bachelor's, and then as well as pursue my MBA. Some of my career goals actually really lie into this field, which is the startup space, and I was really able to get the inside look and a detailed inside look into my future. So I interned at Electic, as all you know. So Electic is trying to revolutionize the charging and battery backup infrastructure, and we've been working endlessly on our products throughout my time here. So as you can see, I'm actually physically working up on our upcoming product, and I had a great time with the help of Anurag and the team. This was an experience I don't think I'll ever forget. But not only did I physically work on it, I also researched and created due diligence documents. This will actually impact Electic in the future. And by doing this, it will help when it comes to the production of more of our working prototypes and finalized products. So these due diligence documents actually cover raising debt for Electic so we can produce more revenue and actually help lower emissions by placing our product out there. We also, during the time I was interning, we had an event that we were preparing for, and obviously you can see me working on our working model. And before that, I actually had to reach out to journalists so they can come to the event and take a look at for themselves. I had the honor of creating the Instagram platform for Electic, and then also monitor and look at how all their social media platforms are performing, as well as deep dive into the analytics. And that has been amazing, and I've learned a lot through the help of Ashley, the marketing head of Electic. Some of my insights, personal and professional, was personally, I was able to become more capable when it comes to managing a tight and really hectic schedule. This came with adaptation to my schedule and also communication with the team. Some professional insights were that I had the opportunity of meeting people from many different fields at Electic, and I've been so thankful for that, as well as really insightful tips on how to run a business from Anurag, the co-founder of Electric. And from that knowledge, just really like help build my confidence. So with growth, there comes a lot of challenges. And one of my main challenges this semester, being a student and taking 18 units, was managing a really tight and hectic schedule. And with the help of ISIS, Professor Andrews and Anurag, they were helped me create like a better schedule to manage everything. Throughout this experience, I learned a lot about myself. One thing being that like I can do whatever I set my mind to, and being in this program really helped me see my potential. The most valuable part of this program was honestly just experiencing the whole thing. Being able to have this opportunity has been amazing. Lastly, I would like to mention the endless opportunities this program has allowed to reach my potential goals and future. Before I end my segment, I would like to go over a story. So when I first started the interview process at Internship Match, there was three questions. One question that really stuck out to me, which was, what are my end goals? And my end goals were to have good relations with everyone at the place I intern with, as well as get a good inside look in my future, because I want to stay in the startup industry, as well as kind of give it my all. And with the help of everyone that's here today, I can confidently say that I've been able to accomplish all of that. So I'd really like to thank everyone for this amazing journey and opportunity. Thank you.
That's awesome, Ankit. Thank you so much for sharing that presentation. And, you know, like I mentioned in some of my remarks, it's been such a pleasure to see your growth throughout this, 10 weeks. And like you said, from the beginning of where you interviewed and where you are today, I can see, huge growth and confidence in you and overall. So super excited for you and your next steps in your career. So with that said, I'll hand it over to Jonathan to do his presentation.
Okay. Sorry about this.
No problem. Take your time.
Sorry, just because I didn't realize this, I'm using a new MacBook. I didn't realize I would need to do all this to change to be able to share my screen.
No problem. And if it's easier, if you want, Jonathan, you can share the link with me and I can share the slides for you.
Okay. Yeah. So I did remember the Google Slides.
The same link that you sent me the other day?
Yeah, I did edits on it, so it'd be perfect.
Okay, let me see if I can pull that up. Over.
Thank you.
Sure. That looking okay?
Yeah, it's perfect. Thank you.
Sure.
Okay. So for me, it was I want to say it was a wonderful opportunity to be in the Nasdaq Entrepreneurial Center. And when I saw that Andrew had posted about it actually on Canvas, I was just like, I was a little frightened just because oftentimes I feel like I have imposter syndrome, where it's just like, I feel like sometimes it's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't. Like that's kind of like me shying down. But then I was like, what's the worst thing they could say? And then I was like, I got accepted and I was like, I had the interview and I was like, all those little steps, there's like little shockers to it. And so it was definitely a new experience for me. And I just want to like thank Isis and then thank Andrew. And once again, thanking Kyra and her husband, Jeff, for helping me through all this process. Okay, so for me, I am a first gen college student. So for me, throughout my college career, I've been struggling with what exactly I want to do. I even considered changing my career, but at the same time, every time I thought about changing it, I always kind of came back to the world of business, just because it was the one that made the most sense to me. And for my college plan, actually, I am planning on graduating with my associates this semester, and then transferring over in the fall of 2022, where I will be continuing to go for my bachelor's in business with a concentration in management. And right now I'm looking at San Jose State, but I'm still hoping for it as well. And then for me, during that time of being in San Jose State, I do hope to also gain more internships, just because I feel like that's the best way to gain real experience. And throughout my time here at Nasdaq, I interned for Traveling Journal. So Traveling Journal is a profit organization, and she was created by Kyra, actually. And she developed this traveling journal as the way to deal with the harshest time of COVID, just because even myself personally, I related to it in a way where during this period of time, everyone's separated. Like I myself developed some type of social anxiety just because I kind of forgot how it felt like to be in large groups of people. And so I kind of understood where she was coming from when she created the traveling journal, as it was a goal for her to initiate and create a spark with storytelling and allowing women a chance to share their own experiences throughout COVID or even their lives in general. And through that, she herself like just built a community of people through this diary. And my progress throughout this company. So during my time here, I worked hand in hand with my mentor, Jeffrey. And through this, I actually started learning database analytics and mentioning that I had no experience prior to this. So everything I was learning was just all new to me. And through that, I was learning how to properly use formulas and arranging data through rows and columns. And through that, I also went through and manually transferred data from one set to another. And because of all this experience, I was able to properly create a data graph using data. That was basically my last challenge that he gave me. It was supposed to be, it was really difficult, but then once again, my mentor, he helped me with the formulas and it kind of made it a little simpler to me. So while data is still relatively new to me, it was something that I'm really glad I got to experience and actually get to work hand in hand with. I have key insights. So for me personally, I learned that I had a lot of growth to do. Like I feel like throughout this time, I missed a couple meetings. I will say, I'll be honest about that. And I did feel bad about it. And I just tried every time I did make a mistake, I tried to improve from it. And this experience gave me an opportunity to come out of my comfort zone. And I learned that while I am capable of adapting, I do still kind of fall through the little cracks. Once again, like my imposter syndrome comes out, but then I don't find myself giving up. And then also, once again, throughout my experience, I cleaned up data sets and was able to ease the load of dirty data. I feel like that was a term that we used a lot during my time in my mentorship. And I would just like to congratulate Jeff for his help in strengthening my coding skills and knowledge in hopes of either, because the tech factor is more something I want to branch off to, but I also want to collab that with business. And while I'm still learning that, I feel like he made it easier for me to branch off into that section if I wanted to. But professionally, throughout this experience, I did learn that to wear multiple hats. I feel like when I first came into this internship, that was the first time I ever heard that phrase, multiple hats. And I could confidently say that throughout this time, I fully understand what it means and how hard it could be for someone to adjust to that type of lifestyle. And what I mean by that is when I would use communicate with both Isis and Jeff, I started to learn how to properly plan out my days, just because as well as my first internship, so I only knew how to do either school and job. So I feel like they have their own set schedule, so it's easier. But then when something came in with a more relaxed schedule as this internship, where I had to really adjust, and I feel like that helped me in strengthening and becoming more professional about my time management skills. But also throughout this experience, I have also learned that I have a lot to learn about the tech industry, and that no matter what TikTok or YouTube says, it's not as easy as everyone says it to be. And my overall growth. All right. So for this time, for me, I found the theme of responsibility, communicating, and time management. I feel like though that was really the essence of what developed throughout my time here. Responsibility, I felt like, so we have set time hours. I usually would plan around 5 hours to help with my with the database. Oftentimes I would do more, and then there was weeks where I would have to do less just because of my scheduling. But I often pushed through, and even Jeff kind of reassured me that I'm still doing a better job than I was insisting, only because once again, when I did less hours, I did feel more guilty about it. And in communicating wise, I feel like through emailing and just through chats, just because since Jeff is on the east side, I wasn't able to physically visit as I am on the West Coast. But so oftentimes we did rely on Zoom meetings, and we would often achieve that through weekly meetings, either mornings or nights. And then also with Nasdaq's internships, with not that, more so our chats with Ankit and Isis. I feel like I said, I did miss a couple. I do feel bad about it. But I did often try to improve either my communication through simple replies, or even just making sure that my schedule is time blocked for those meetings. Right, and then this will conclude our presentation. Is just showing right here a little of what Traveling Diary Tour, if you were to go on it, if you want to sign up or anything, a little plug-in, if you will. Oh no, sorry.
There you go. No problem. Awesome. And then I'm just gonna close out here. Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Jonathan. And like you mentioned, I think there was definitely a lot of growth with you in this program as well. I think that, I continue to be inspired by the both of you. And I say this to a lot of the students. I was a community college student doing the 18 units and working 2 jobs. And so I understand the hustle. I understand the want and the need to continue learning and growing. And I congratulate again the both of you for really committing to this program, following through, and taking the time to pause and reflect. And especially in your presentation, you outlined it a lot, Jonathan, that even if there were mistakes, you still made an effort to learn from those, to grow from those, and to really use it to change how you were going to be moving forward. So congratulations again to the both of you. I realize we are coming up on time here, but I do want to save and reserve a little bit of time in case, Andrew, you'd like to say anything, or Anurag, you'd like to say a few words. But again, congratulations to the both of you. This is a huge accomplishment. And I'm excited to actually give you both your certificates in completing this program, something great you can add to your LinkedIn and to your resume as you continue your career growth. So I'll hand it over to Andrew. It looks like you unmuted here.
Yes, thank you very much. Great presentations. Thank you very much. You make me proud. So I know you guys as a great students in my classes, but seeing you outside of the classroom and seeing your professional and personal progress, it's really amazing. So I'm really proud of you, and you make me proud as well. So I take the small bit of kind of the proud with me, with your success, and really kind of something looking at your journey that you both went through. I know that you had a challenge, especially with the time management and working with this with the remote opportunity or remote environment. This was very challenging doing all those kind of stuff. And I've got a quick question. If you can just both of you answer this one. What was the most surprising thing through the whole process, either in with your working with the company or with the Nasdaq Center? What surprised you the most?
Love that question.
Something that surprised me the most was just the opportunities by just going physically to the internship, right? I was able to meet a lot of people from industries that I've really like researched into. And it was really amazing seeing like hearing and seeing those people from the companies that I've been researching, right? So for example, like there's a company known as Rivian. It's a electric car manufacturer, as well as Lucid Motors. So being able to actually being right across from the Tesla factory, I was able to just meet amazing people along the way, and I really enjoyed it. So
Great, thank you. How about you, Jonathan?
For me, it was more so a more smaller circle, just because for the most part, it was just me and Jeff working hand in hand with database analytics. And I would say that for me, what surprised me most is my development through that, and just like getting a bigger understanding through the small time here. Just because once again, I had no experience whatsoever, even though I had kind of a little dream of going into the tech industry. But so just like realizing what even a small set, how much time and effort you had to put into it, it was just really amazing to see, and how much hard work you had to really put through it if you actually want to succeed in that type of lifestyle or career.
Okay, thank you very much, and one more time, congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
thank you, Professor.
Yeah, congratulations both. And Ankit, thanks a lot for spending so much time with us. It was definitely interesting. It was the first time I let somebody shadow us as well, so it was pretty fun. I think Ankit enjoyed it too. So it was
Yeah, I love all the time we spent together at the office and all the things you taught me along the way. Being able to physically meet you was a great honor as well. So, thank you.
sounds great. All right.
Awesome. Well, thank you all again. Congratulations to the both of you. We're so excited to round out this year with this 5th cohort. Again, we will be doing a celebratory post for the both of you and the 2 startup companies. And if there, of course, anything comes up in the meantime, please feel free to outreach me. You have my email. This isn't a one-stop shop. You know, we continue to support you along your growth, and of course, provide you with more opportunities in the future. So thank you both. Thank you all for being here. And congratulations again. Happy holidays, everyone.
Thank you so much. Happy holidays.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for the opportunity.